Mic check, mic check. Mic check, we going live. How we sounding? How we sounding? We going live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the show. In fact, that's not what should be showing. What should be showing is... showing right either. Hold up. Nope, that's not how it's supposed to be. Man. Why? This is whack. But anyway, forgive the image for some reason is not showing up the way that I wanted to show up. But welcome back to the live stream, ladies and gentlemen. And for those of you who don't know how this goes down is we're going to spend 30 minutes talking about a particular topic, which today's topic is this Tory Lanez versus Cassidy, like beef battle, rap battle that's going on right now. And then after 30 minutes, we are going to jump directly into some Street Fighter matches as I'm trying to train to become a dominant force and maybe an Olympian in 4 years. You never know. But why are we talking about Cassidy versus Tory Lanez? Is because the diss tracks done came out. This is honestly the most underwhelming reception that we've gotten for any kind of beef battle because honestly, neither of these individuals are highly touted right now. Like looking at Tory Lanez, who very few people actually care about Tory Lanez still to this point, even though he is making a resurgence due to good music, let's not deny that. But all of the moves that he has done throughout his careers have been somewhat shady. Everything that he's been doing to this point, and they trying to cancel him, and like the fact that he's able to show you that good music will keep you in the game, that's the best thing about Tory Lanez. But ultimately, the hype and everything that was behind his name, it's now become more controversy than it's become quality music. And that sucks because Tory Lanez is a solid musician, bro. You can't take that away from him. I've been a fan since the beginning. What was the name of the title? It was I Ever Wanted. Oh, it was his real name. His real name is Mr. Something. But that was the first mixtape that I heard from Tory Lanez. And then I saw a lot of his freestyle battle work from back when he was in high school. They actually, man, they cutting me in and out. Hold up. But yeah, man, they filmed a lot of his freestyle. They filmed a lot of his freestyle battle work from back when he was in high school. That definitely showed his abilities of what he can do. He is an amazing individual when it comes to music, but he's a crappy person. And because he's a crappy person, therefore people are beginning to fade away from him. At least they was until he dropped some quality music again. And he's beginning to showcase what he could have been from the very beginning. But now he's not signed to a major record label pumping and pushing all of his stuff. So therefore, he's not the most hyped up individual like that anymore. And then you look at Cassidy. Cassidy, the legend. There's no denying that. He calls himself Balls for a reason. He's literally one of the better ballsmiths that has ever come about in the game. He can freestyle battle, out freestyle battle rap the vast majority of people that you come across. The problem is he's not entertaining like that no more. Why is he not entertaining? Because he's rapping the same exact way. He's doing the same stuff that he was doing from the beginning that he's doing right now. And that is kind of like, and that's detrimental. That's something that I tell people always about Kanye. Why is Kanye still a notable big name act right now? Is because you never know what he's going to do next. You don't know how he's going to rap. You don't know what his next songs are going to sound like. You know nothing about his thought process of what he's trying to do, what concepts he's going to bring out. Like, that brings intrigue. That brings people to actually care about what's going to happen because they don't know what's going to happen. It is speculative. But with Cassidy, we all know exactly what he's going to do. He got the same flow that he's been rapping for years. The same way that he's been writing his bars, he still writes them the same exact way now. You know exactly when his punchlines are going to drop. And if he's rhyming with particular words, odds are you'll be able to guess what the next word is going to be. You'll be able to guess where he's going to go with his punchline. So therefore, that takes away from the entertainment factor of what Cassidy is all about. You feel me? And when you begin to take away from the unpredictable nature of what people can bring to the table, when you begin to take the intrigue that people have for an individual, man, when you take all of that away, what do you have left? You have a rapper that's not letting it go, maybe because he worked a very long time and worked very hard to develop this skill set that's necessary in order for him to be who he is still to this day. It helped him become dominant for his time period, but it's a domination that will not translate to the future. It won't translate to music as we see right now. And because it doesn't translate, it's not really going to be respected enough for people to actually be like, oh, Cassidy and Tory Lanez are dissing each other. Like, we need to peep this one out. Nah, like, people could really care less about this because both of them are just unintriguing at this point in time. Like, the only thing intriguing about Tory Lanez is that he shot Megan Thee Stallion, allegedly. From all news reports, that's really all that happened, and that's what people are honestly looking at him. That is the only intrigue that he has in his entire career right now, even though he's dropping some better music right now. And it's sad because, I mean, when you break down the music, when you break down the bars, man, there's actually some quality stuff being said here. Like in terms of the Cassidy diss. The Cassidy diss, when he's saying that he's just like on Harlem Nights when Eddie shot the chick in the foot, like that was a good bar, but it was delivered terribly. It wasn't delivered the best way possible, and you all should know this. Ahead and get a lace front, in which that's why the cover is what you see right there on the screen. Like, that's pretty hilarious. And then he jumps into a bunch of other things like how Tory Lanez is a culture vulture and things of that nature, which is facts. It's all facts. And these are all solid bars. But could you say that it was entertaining? After knowing that you've heard this same exact way that he's been spitting bars for like the last 10 years, you've heard these songs over and over and over, and the production wasn't anything unique or difficult to rhyme to. It wasn't anything super dope. This was something that he designed to rap on because he wanted to out showcase the production, and his flow is just the same as it's always been, and that's limited. So how could anyone get excited for this? I really wasn't excited for it at all. And I wouldn't have blamed Tory Lanez if he didn't come back with some actual lyrics against him. But that's exactly what Tory Lanez did. As Tory Lanez came back with lesser bars on a freestyle, quote unquote, on top of a instrumental, but yet he said some key things, because let's not deny the fact that Tory Lanez is lyrical. Let's the aspect that Tory Lanez is. Now, could he like outduel Cassidy? Probably not. But he can out-entertain Cassidy, and he has enough punchlines that while he's out-entertaining Cassidy, he can be determined as the winner. And it's all because Cassidy didn't step up his game. But certain things that he was saying, like, okay, we need to all check out the fact that he was in the hotel with like he said, like, okay, Tory Lanez said Cassidy was all up in the hotels with R. Kelly, and which, like, is that something that we do need to revisit? Like, Cassidy made a song with R. Kelly about the hotel. Honestly, it wasn't no more than just a song, of course, because more stories would have came out about that. Interesting point that Tory Lanez brings up. How he says that the only way that you're going to compare us is what? If you include the Smack DVD appearances, while solidly entrenched in the music industry as we see him right now. You feel me? Like, he does have #1 hits that were massively produced that I don't feel they were massively produced and distributed by a major record label, in which very few of Cassidy joints actually made it that far. And the last thing that he said, which was, like how he's trying to make it into a macho thing. Like, yeah, I'll steal your balls. And what? I'll steal your about it. Like, for real? You trying to make it gangster? That you don't have any creativity of your own? That you can't make your own songs, make your own balls to actually stand out and promote yourself? Right now, at this point in time, you rather steal from somebody, even though, as I'm saying, you're talented enough to do it. It's good enough to do it. He's just too damn lazy. And he clearly sees that he's not of the caliber of lyrics when it comes to freestyle battles, when it comes to freestyles on the radios. He sees he's clearly not of the caliber of Cassidy. Because if he was, he wouldn't have been stealing his stuff. Like, you're trying to turn this whole fraudulent activity that you're doing into a positive. And stupid individuals are going to take it and run with it. Lesser individuals who don't know how to freestyle, who don't know how to do anything, they probably will do this. Thank God Tory Lanez is no longer as good or as notable as he thinks he is, or as many people think he is. Because if he was on top of the game and then he did this and came out bragging about it, yes, I could see lesser MCs, the younger ones who's coming up, they'll begin to try to take this and try to do this specifically. But thank God he ain't nobody no more. Horrible way to go about it. What up, King R.I.P.? Tory is not a lyricist. He's the female Cardi B. I'm not gonna go that far. Like, have you listened to Tory Lanez like mixtapes from back in the day? Like when we talking Swavy, we're talking Mr. Peterson, we talking his early works, we're talking his freestyle battles when he was young. Now, he's not a lyricist no more, But he's proven in the early days, at least, he was lyrical enough to compete, but he no longer does that specifically because he's lazy. He doesn't want to be a lyricist no more. But yet, he still got the bars, though. I'm not going to take away the fact that he has shown, I'm not going to take away the fact that he's shown throughout his career that he can have some punchline bars that can. It was when he decided to sign to a major label, when he decided to conform with what everybody wanted him to be, and everybody wanted him to be Drake. So he conformed with how the game wanted him to be. He dumbed down the bars, as a lot of people say in their lyrics or whatever. That's what they want them to do. And he did it. And when he did it, he was able to reach the music industry and be massively successful. But as he did that, I believe he lost a step. He lost the ability to actually write and be as he shows in this particular, like this song, he still got some balls. Like, I completely forgot that R. Kelly did Hotel with Cassidy, and Tory Lanez brought that up in a interesting punchline here. He still got it. King Rip is saying that I can have balls too. If I hear a great or a person that specializes in punchlines and just switch up the words a little. Like, I don't quite understand what you're getting at there, but that's exactly the formula in which for like the last 10, 15 years, Cassidy has the same format. The same way that he's been spitting bars. All he does is just flip up the words of what he's saying, but how he's saying it, how he's spitting it on the beats, it's all been the same. And that's why nobody is interested in Cassidy. Tory Lanez actually switches up the flow. He's actually been consistent with switching up everything about his rhyme schemes, and that's why he's reinvented himself again. And why he's actually relevant right now, because he needs to be. I'm not saying the Playboy album was completely different outside of all of the projects that he's delivered up to this point, but yet he switched up his delivery and flow in particular songs to deliver some quality music that people now recognize him still, instead of letting. So I'm not going to take away Tory Lanez's whole style nor his lyricism. I'm not going to take I'm not taking none of that away from him. I'm taking away from the fact that he's a crappy person who has to steal because he knows that his punchlines are not as hot as Cassidy's, but he does it better than Cassidy. Like, people have been bored of Cassidy for some time. And Tory Lanez taking that style and flipping it up the way that he flips it up, he makes it better. As much as people will disagree, as much as people will dislike that, it's real. No matter how much Cassidy dislikes it, Tory Lanez makes your balls better, fam. And it's because you were too lazy in order to switch things up, in order to be more entertaining. You just focused on balls. You're just focused on writing different punchlines, but all writing them the same exact way. You're taking away your entire entertainment factor, bro. And because of that, you're no longer relevant. So what happens when you put two people that's pretty much a battle? What happens when you put two irrelevant people together to do somewhat of a battle? But I'm not going to say Tory Lanez is completely. Tory Lanez is coming back. But he's not on that level that he once was, though. But the more people are doing stuff like this with Cassidy going at Tory Lanez, the more you're giving him room to come back. What little room that Cassidy They keep messing up the stream, bro. But what little bit that Cassidy had in order to push Tory Lanez up, that's exactly what he did with his diss song. And I know it's whack. But this is where the game is going. Thank God Tory Lanez ain't popping, as I said before, because if he was, this could have easily become the next fad. This could easily become the next weak rapper way to go. Like, let me just take these freestyle battle rappers' bars and promote it for myself, because what are you going to do? You can't sue me because I'm not making no money by spitting your bars. The culture could shape shift. The culture could become one of, we don't care that you stealing bars, man. We rock with you, so we rock with you. The culture could easily turn to that. Like, people want to discredit that fact. It can happen. Like, no one thought that a guy like Blueface would be notable in the music industry when he literally cannot rap, but he is. People literally didn't want to believe that what's his name, Soulja Boy was going to revolutionize the way that music happened because he had a trash dance song, but he did. Looking at the trajectory of where the music industry has been going, would it shock you? Would it shock you at all if stealing bars from other well-known acts would become a standard? I never said that okay, King Rip is saying, so you respect Tory. I don't respect Tory Lanez. I recognize his talent. But then King Rip continues saying, you don't like Cardi when they are literally the same person with the same ideology when it comes to making music. Cardi B has never proven to me that she has bars on her own, because I listened to Cardi B's music before she got the ghostwriting from the Migos and all of that. I listened to her stuff. It wasn't that good. Man, they keep messing up the stream, bro. But Cardi has never been a lyricist. She's never composed great bars to go on top of her music until she got the ghostwriting. So I'm not saying, so they are not the same person. They are not doing the same thing. Tory Lanez is actually naturally gifted. Cardi B is honestly someone that has been made by the commercial industry because she looks a particular way. She fits into a particular the genre that this industry has been wanting to push to, as we clearly see with the Hot Girl Summer and all of that stuff that happened after Cardi B got popping and stuff. Like, that's the market that the commercial music industry wants to go at. Cardi B fitted so much that they got her some ghostwriting. They got her in the right position for her to be successful. Does she have natural talent? Not really. She's really just good at being Cardi B. And they made Cardi B hot based on solid production, solid flows, solid everything. She's actually moldable. Tory Lanez came into the game solid, fam. There is a difference here. But I honestly can't say that I respect Tory Lanez as a person because of all of the moves that he's been doing. How he shot one of the hottest rappers of the time right now. How he's trying to make it cool for people to steal and plagiarize from others. how he recognizes that he's not as good as Cassidy with the bars. So therefore, he's stealing the ball. Like, he's ultimately just admitting to the fact that he's not a good individual in his own eyes, when it's clear that he is good. He's just too lazy to do it himself, or he's fallen off completely and he recognized it. Either way, all of these things take away all your respect that you could have possibly had because you recognize that you suck. But it is what it is, fam. It is what it is. Like, if we have to determine which battle bars or which song was better amongst these two, I think Tory Lanez freestyle was actually better because I honestly think the Tory Lanez joint was more entertaining, but the Cassidy joints had way better bars. But which is more important in this day and age? Entertainment or better looks? And I will argue with you that entertainment is far better right now than having better bars. Like, Tory Lanez is the more hyped artist. He's created something more entertaining than what Cassidy will be able to do. And Cassidy is a better rapper. I think Cassidy will eat up Tory Lanez, and I think Tory Lanez understands that Cassidy will eat him up. That's why he's still in his bars. But we're at a point right now in the music industry, man, where none of this matters. Like, the youth drive music to where things need to be. And the youth care more about the flossing. The youth care more about the entertainment factor of it all. The youth care more about what Tory Lanez is doing than what Cassidy has been doing for the past 20 years. And you got to blame Cassidy for that. You got to put this right at the feet of Cassidy. Why? He's probably going to lose this, even though he's the better rapper, he's the better lyricist, he's better at all of this. But because you refuse to update with the times, because you refuse to take entertainment seriously, like, you think, okay, because I can write the same bars over and over and that they are dope punchlines, just because you go in that direction means that you can live there forever. No, that's not how. If you think you've ever reached a point where you can just sit back and relax and chill and keep doing this and continue to make money this way, you wrong. That's not how this game goes. Like, look at the stock market, for example. Last year, people were able to put money onto tech stocks and they would instantly grow because they were good businesses. That's not what's happening this year. This year, if you took that same formula from last year, you're losing money. Why? Okay. Define update with the times. Like, there was a point in King Rip, let me state it for everybody that's listening in and not watching the chat. King Rip just asked me to define what updating with the times actually is. Every time there's a new hit to come out, there's something new that's something new for the music industry. When that new hit hits, then everyone tends to go around that new hit and try to emulate it, right? There's usually something about that hit, whether it's the flow that this individual is utilizing, whether it's the content matter. Regardless of what it is, the music industry revolves around whatever the next new hit is. And that whatever it is that next hit that everybody's revolving around, that shape shifts the culture. If you aren't able to take what they just shape shifted the culture with and implement it into your own legacy and update it for your own likeliness, then you are risking being outdated in your own right. Like, okay. Let's make examples here. Name a hit. King Rip, I want you to name a legitimate hit that changed the music industry recently. But if you're not going to answer, let me think. Even though I dislike him, Blueface. Blueface, the guy who cannot. But his hit song that has changed the way that music has been getting promoted and pushed, that Tatiana, can you literally say that people haven't took that and implemented that into their own legacies, into their own styles? Regardless of if it's the slang, the Tatiana, like who was actually using the slang Tatiana? But yet, after he did it, a lot of people started saying Tatiana and words along those lines of Tatiana. When Blueface proved that you can't rap, people who can't rap are given a chance to be successful in the music industry, to get mass promotion by the record labels and all that stuff, a lot of other rappers who can't rap has been getting shine. And King Rip is saying he doesn't follow mainstream like that anymore. It all sounds really similar. Why does it sound similar? Because that's what's working. Because that is what individuals are seeing. Oh, if you gotta rap like that in order to get a so therefore people are updating with the time of what is getting put on in the music industry. So therefore, it becomes canon. Cassidy never updated with the times, nor did he, and he has the skills that if he were to update with the times, then he would be able to take it and make it better. He would be able to make it so the youth be like, okay, if that's what's popping, I can do it, but I can do it my way. I can do it better. If I can do it better, then the next steps, the next person up can do it better too. You feel me? But individuals like Cassidy and he allowed these people with far less skills, with far less ability to run with the ball. And all he wanted to do was hate on this next generation instead of guide them. Spitting faster became a fad too, King Rip. That goes back to when that was a fundamental change in the music industry. When Bone Thugs came out and Twista came out, that fast flow fundamentally changed the way that the music industry was going. So therefore, it laid the groundwork for a lot of other fast flowers to actually come out. It was an update with the time. Without these fast rappers, there would be no Ritz. For those of you who know Ritz, Ritz is one of my more favorite rappers right now, as he's like a super fast rapper, but he's lyrical on top of it. But that was a fundamental change, and people have upgraded it with the times for it to get better to where it's at now. He doesn't have to. King Rip is saying that he would rather have Cassidy stick with his guns instead of rapping exactly like everybody else. You don't rap like everybody else. You see where the music industry is going. You see how everybody is rapping. You use that. You make it better. You become better. You make the game better by seeing the lesser acts and pushing the skill set beyond what they could do because you are talented enough to do it. But instead, the people who drop the ball, like Cassidy, you instead want to do what you've always did, and then you want to hate on everyone new coming up. So therefore, the people coming up new dislike you because you hating on them, but they're the future. You're not the future, bruh. So you had the opportunity to make it into something good. Instead, you hated on it and you let the lesser ones run with it, and they were the future, so you dropped the ball. If you understand what I'm saying, if you feel what I'm saying, these whack rappers out here, is Cassidy's fault because he had the skill set to make it better, but he chose to hate instead of help these individuals. He chose to remain the same instead of upgrading himself. And it's frustrating. It's mad frustrating. And this is why he's going to lose this. Because he's not notable. Because Tory Lanez is more notable and he's more entertaining with his bars than what Cassidy ever was. And I respect Cassidy far more than I respect Tory Lanez. But this is the real. This is how the game is going to be played. It is what it is. But you guys know what time it is, man. That's my rant for today. Let's move this back. Game capture. Bang. Let me move you right. And there we go. So you guys know what time it is, man. I'm about to go ahead. You guys can go ahead and ask your questions, and I will answer them now as I do a little bit of training. Like by the time that I reach, say, the left corner for the second time, I'm going to begin the fight online. But go ahead and ask your questions, and I will answer them where I can answer them. Where is Cassidy hating? Tory Lanez stole his balls multiple times, as King Rip is saying this again. Lanez stole his balls multiple times and Cass dropped the... I'm not saying that Cassidy is hating on Tory Lanez. Like, Cassidy is in the right here. But at the point where he had the chance to not let this happen, when Cassidy was at his peak, when Cassidy was the man battle champ, when everybody wanted to hear from Cassidy, he didn't take the steps necessary to develop the future. Instead, he rolled with these people in this whole mentality of we need real hip hop. All these new acts coming out, you're not real hip hop. That's where Cassidy and this entire generation was hating. And that's why they're not notable no more, if you understand what I'm saying. But keep on asking questions, man. I'm about to go ahead and jump into this. Okay, let's check out these questions. Mr. Urban World says that Cassidy won round one. Did he though? Like, if we're just breaking down the bars, if we're just breaking down, absolutely. And we all know that Cassidy is a better rapper than what Tory Lanez will probably ever be at this point, like when it comes to punchlines. And if we're judging this battle by punchlines, yes, absolutely, Cassidy won round one. But that's not where this is going to. This is going to be judged by quality music, I think. And the highlight punchlines. It's going to be the quality music and highlight punchlines together. Quality music is on Tory Lanez's side. And Tory Lanez's punchlines aren't so bad that Cassidy is just overwhelmingly dominating here. I honestly believe Tory Lanez has the advantage right now. If this is a thing instead of just a one time. Bro, King Rip says, what is this? This is a battle. If you have better balls and angles, then you won. This the same thing with MGK versus M. People tried to say MGK won until dude quit rap.
Don't play games with me.
Okay, MGK versus Eminem. Eminem dominated that one. Like, Eminem's bars are far beyond anything that MGK could develop. That's something that's mass knowledge. Like, anybody who said that MGK won that one, they were pole jocking fans. Like, even if MGK made the better songs, which he kind of did, that's not how you're judged going against Eminem. And honestly, I think Eminem's songs wasn't terrible either when it came to that. But in terms of Cassidy versus Tory Lanez, you have to take into account everything. This is how this is judged. It's not just lyrics, because Tory Lanez is not just lyrics. Tory Lanez can sing, he can rap, he make better songs than Cassidy ever made, and he made solid punchlines. All of this goes into play when you battling Tory Lanez because he has the upper hand, because he is more notable than Cassidy is. When you are less notable, then you have to outdo on every level. If you understand what I'm saying. Like, Tory Lanez pretty much dictates where the battle is going to go, because people are going to tune in more for Tory Lanez than people are going to tune in for Cassidy. So he can dictate how the battle is going to be played, how the battle is going to be won. And what he just showed us with his song, his freestyle battle that he just dropped, he's going to deliver bars, and he's going to deliver more complex rhyme schemes. He's going to deliver overall better tracks to ride to. While Cassidy, I don't think he has anything for that. So yes, he has the upper advantage right now, because Cassidy needs to get the notoriety in order to get it on his side.
You prefer we stop here?
What's here? Now, Eminem forever has the upper hand against somebody like MGK. So when MGK goes at Eminem and Eminem responds with bars, people are coming to hear the bars, because that's where the battle is going to be played out. And those balls that Eminem had, there was nothing MGK could do about it. So therefore, MGK loses.
Why don't you start?
Played out. You very rarely see someone flip the script like how Jadakiss flipped the damn script. See, in the versus battle, Jadakiss was the underdog with the locks. We all knew they were the underdogs coming into it. But the problem is, the battle was played on the hits because people came to see the Dipset. People knew Dipset had hits. That's where the battle was going to be won. Nobody thought that Jadakiss, nobody remembered that the locks were on some of the greatest hits of multiple generations. When they proved that they had just as big of hits, then the whole battle opened up. That's when Jadakiss could show off, oh, and I'm lyrical. And I'm a better lyricist than all of you dudes. And I'm gonna drop some freestyle bars. And then expose you in front of your crowd, where everybody came in thinking that y'all had the better hits. No, they flipped it on the head and the underdogs became a mass-dominated victor. That's how these battles are played. That's how these battles are won. And Tory Lanez is winning right now until Cassidy can come back with some quality music on top of some bars. Then honestly, Tory Lanez is up one, but it's not by that much though. But with that being the last question, I'm gonna go ahead and jump in online, and you guys can go ahead and ask more questions. You feel me? I will continue to answer, but we about to get it in.
In the top 10,000 in North America.
I hate bison.
Round one. Fight! Round two. Fight! Final round. Fight!
それそれ待って
You lose. Round one. Fight! Round two. Fight! Final round. Fight! You lose.
I lost both of those the same exact way. As soon as I got them where I want to, like, drop the combo. I misassure you. Drop
What to do?
top 10,000 in North America.
Round one. Fight!
それそれ
Round two. Fight! Final round. Fight! You win! one. Fight! Round two. Fight! Final round. Fight! You win!
You blocked the opponent's rank up.
King Whip, I do run sets, but it's not too often. Like, really, I'm just knee deep in training, trying to learn everything about my character. Feel me? What you say, show those suck? I mean, most dudes play shows.
I'm ready to start. Whenever you're ready.
The more you see, the skills of a good show those pretty solid.
Coming your way.
You are currently ranked in the top 50,000 in the world.
Uh-oh.
Round one. Fight!
Hadouken! Hadouken!
Final round. Fight.
それそれ
Hadouken!
天井
Hadouken!
それそれハドケンハドケン That will work ハドケンハドケン
This will be your grave!
That will work What the What the
You lose. Round one. Fight!
天井ハドケンせーの天井それそれ
Hadouken!
Right there That will work それそれハドケン出発さあ天井天井ハドケンハドケン That will work Straight through You're gonna get it now
Round two. Fight!
天井それそれありがとう That will work それそれ That will work えい That will work 天井 That will work Straight through it now それそれ それそれ
Final round. Fight!
それそれ
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Round one. Fight! Round two. Fight!
That was nice. That was nice.
Now you see. This is final round. Fight!
That's trash. Oh my god.
What the? What the? That will work. Hurry up. Tengo. Hadouken. Say. Tengo. Hadouken. Hadouken. Tengo. That will work. Tengo. Sore, sore. Say. Sore, sore.
He played it right. He played it right. I got a little sloppy at the end. But it is what it is. See, this is what happens usually when you first rank up. Like when you first get to the next level, you struggle to stay on that level. There's going to be ups and downs until you reach a point where you can be in the middle of it. When you're in the middle of it, then there's going to be ups and downs. And then when you master the middle of it, then you level up to the next level. For me, it usually takes, depending on how hard I go, but each level recently has been taking me 3 weeks, maybe if not more, to actually learn and grow.
You are currently ranked in the
I don't think this level should be that long for me though. But I'm just gonna try to put in as many hours as I can and learn as much as I can.
Uh-oh.
Round one. Fight.
Ah, that's bullshit.
Round two. Fight.
What?
You win.
See, there was a lag spike like right there at the end of that, but that was more he was mashing so that he can be.
opponents rank up.
He was trying to mash out his ultra, but I wasn't going to give him a chance. And that's when you read them like that, man. That's when they don't want to come back and play no more. The last time you played, you got 1,000 LP. That's good, man. Hey.
I'm ready to start.
Now, believe me, you're very far away from being good, but that's a good start, man. You gotta get to it though, dog. It's a day in, day out. Try to put in,
What to do?
like, the reason why I be streaming and having like comments and stuff is because I try to put in at least 2.5 hours a day. Sometimes I make it to 3, sometimes I make it to 4. You never know. I get tired, maybe I'll come back. But it's the hours that you put in is going to determine how good you are.
You are currently ranked in
The more you experience, the more bullshit you have to fight through, the better you'll be. So it's best to pick a game that you like to have fun with playing, but this one, I don't like Street Fighter like that. Well, Street Fighter 5 like that. But this is what everybody is playing. Well, everybody was playing. See, notice that I stopped throwing fireballs when he hit the V trigger.
Round 2. Fight.
That will work. Sorry, Sakura. Shimpa. What the? Tango. That will work. Sorry, sorry. Huh. Tick-tock. That will work. Straight through. Now, easy. Hurry up. Huh. Sorry, sorry. Easy.
It's the little things that you gotta do to win these matchups. Like, Akuma is heavy with the V trigger combat, so you have to do whatever you do to avoid letting him do it. And when he pop it, don't get hit by it. Like, stop throwing fireballs. Stop hitting buttons that's not like small, quick
Round
ones.
1. Fight.
Tango. Sorry, sorry. That will work. Hadouken. Huh. Sorry, sorry. Easy. Easy. Sorry, sorry. Huh. Sorry, sorry. Huh. Sorry, sorry. Huh. Sorry, sorry.
You don't have to rush them down in the corner the entire way. You can, you gotta keep the pressure up. No.
Final round. Fight.
That guy's actually not as bad as it seemed, though.
You win.
How he did like a cross-cut DP. He might have did it accidentally, but it was good though. Vega is... Oh, last time I played, I made a Platinum Yorian Rage Quit with Vega. Vega does that to people, bro.
I'm ready to start.
But, I mean, in Rage Quitters, people do that anyway. Like, you're supposed to hold your L's. Like, understanding your losses, sitting there and trying to learn how to combat things that you don't know how to combat. Like, that's much more worthwhile than rage quitting. Like, rage quitters only cheat themselves. Now, Ken, I don't know what it is they did to him, but his body falls a lot faster now than it used to.
Ranked in the top 10,000.
So I have to adapt
North
my
America.
combos to. I got to adapt my combos to how fast he falls now, but like Buff Ken is actually pretty good. He's pretty good.
Round one. Fight!
それそれでたはっそれそれ変化波動拳That will work.
Round two. Fight!
Gotta break my controller and do like I'm not getting dashes that I've been trying to get all night. I wouldn't say it takes no skill to play this game. The skill is in the areas that people don't want it to be. The skill is in the footsies. The skill is where knowing where your range is in order to punish certain things. How to tempt people to push buttons and punish that. Like, that's where the highest level of the competition is. That's where the skills are. Now, am I saying that this is the most complex joint? No, like Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 3 were way more complex, were way better games. But this is the game that I'm using to learn fundamentals. And that's really what this game is here for. You have to use, like, each game is good for certain things. This one isn't good for fun. This one is good for learning the bare basics fundamentals of how to become a good fighter. You feel me?
Round one. Fight! Submerge! Fall time. Triumph beneath. I shall persevere. Beat the curtain falls.
What?
Fall time. Round 2. Fight. Triumph beneath, triumph beneath. Submerge, submerge. Triumph beneath, triumph beneath. I see. Pyro beneath. I see all.
I'm just not getting buttons, bro. What the fuck?
This ice shall be final round. Fight. Pyrokinesis. I see all. Triumph. Beat on. Triumph beneath. Fall time. Witness the curtain falls. Now sleep. Freeze up.
The lag in this one was amazing. Crush counters make footsies more of a gamble since one button is stunned. Hey, everything's a gamble in this. But when you look at the best player in the world right now, well, the best players, look at Punk and Idom. They specialize. Well, Idom now specializes in footsies with because he needed the whip, he needed poison for footsies. But the reason why Punk is able to beat Japanese players is because his footsies are immaculate. That's playing the game on the highest level.
Ranked in the top 10,000 in North America.
When you get footsies on that level, then you're good on every single fighting game you ever play.
Round 1. Fight.
where's my fireball? No backdash. Come on.
Looks like you could use more training.
Final round. Fight.
I'm playing sloppy. Playing sloppy, sloppy, sloppy.
You win. Round one. Fight.
What? Oh my god.
Round two. Fight.
Oh my god, that's bullshit.
You win.
That was more like it. You can't compare Punk and Idom to just Random Joe online because the Random Joe is gonna throw. That's facts, but you see, they crushed the Random Joe online though, fam. Like, Idom and Punk show you how the game is supposed to be played. They have the more dominant game plan as far as how you, like, coming into this Street Fighter, I was hoping Sakura was going to be a rushdown character like she was in Street Fighter 4, like she was in Street Fighter 3. But in this one, she is more neutral based. You have to learn the footsies in this game, and that makes her gameplay a lot more difficult than it was in the past. Forever. You feel me? But because I had to sit down and learn how to do this shit, I am better now than I've ever been. Like, this is an element of the game that you have to learn in this one in particular. And if you can grasp these concepts of footsies to do crush counters, well, not crush counters, but footsies and counter combos and things like that. You grasp these concepts, they go in every fighting game. You can use these concepts in Guilty Gear. You can use these concepts in Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 3. That's what Street Fighter 5 is good for. It's not a good game, but it's good for these basics. And these basics are important for you to learn, especially with Street Fighter 6 on the horizon.
Uh-oh.
Round one. Fight! Round two. Fight!
Ah, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, I just saved my meter there instead of blowing it on a comeback that might not happen.
Final round. Fight!
What? That sucks to lose like that. I dropped every combo in this match. Every combo, I dropped them all.
Round one. Fight!
Oh my god. Where's my dash? Oh my god. Where's my fucking top?
Final round. Fight.
Oh my god. If I fight one more like that, I'm done for the night. Cause that was bad. That was bad, fam. That was bad. Was the fundamentals taught better than Street Fighter 3, 4? I don't think so. I mean, they weren't as emphasized. The fundamentals were not as emphasized as they are here, as they were on Street Fighter 3 and 4. But those games also did teach you fundamentals now. But they were more dynamic. They weren't fundamentals only.
You are currently ranked in the top 50,000 in the world.
Round one. Fight. Round two. Fight. You win.
See, what makes this game boring is the fact that it's all fundamentals. Well, like the small elements of change that's within it, it spices it up a little bit. Like V shift and all that I don't even really use like that no more. But the multiple V triggers, it spices it up. But this game is heavy on footsies. And grapplers. Grapplers are exemptions to the footsie rule. I'm just dropping combos. I'm just dropping fucking combos, bro.
Round
on.
two. Fight. Final round. Fight.
Give me them noodles! Give me them noodles!
Win.
Nah, it's not that the fundamentals are better. It's that's what the game is. It's nothing but fundamentals. If you don't learn the fundamentals, you're not going to be good. It forces you into doing spacing, footsies, and the right button selections. Other games, you can get away with, oh, I'm just gonna jump in, parry, do a couple parries, max damage combo, do something fancy, something fun. FADC, crush through your what's it called? Your block strings. I can FADC through the max damage. Mad fun, like, and I love it. But in this one, you're back and forth. Footsies. If you want to be good, that's all you have to know this, and you got to know how to fight grapplers. As I said, grapplers are an exemption. But and guys like Yorian, who's gonna mash and try to blow up your block strings. I'm not saying that it's better. I'm not saying that it's more fun. I'm saying that's all there is. And with that being all there is for you to do, you have no choice but to be better at the fundamentals.
Fight. Round two. Fight. You win.
Yes, if you pop the V trigger with, say, Laura or with Yorian, like they can steamroll you. Yes. But when you get to a certain level, that can be
Round one.
negated.
Fight!
Shits. Like this. Well, he only hit me with one, but you can, when you know they about to pop V trigger, there are things you can do to avoid it.
Final round. Fight!
God damn it. What? Oh, that hit me? Oh my god, that beat my damn fizz kick? It beat my kick clean! God!
Round one. Fight!
Not what I should have did. I should have went with the dragon kicks.
Round two.
Or the fireball. See, notice I keep getting hit by overheads in every match, and it's not like I'm not trying to react. Like, my controller is still new, baby. Still new. And that's always been one of my things. Like, I gotta break in the itches in order to go up and down as quickly as needed. See, but here's the thing, like, yes, you got, well, yeah, when you reach diamond, then you begin to see the highest level of the competition. You see, like, you still gonna get steamrolled by motherfuckers that pop the B trigger now. But by then, you've experienced it so many times that you know how to counter it. The higher up you go, the more footsies pay a part.
You are currently ranked in the top 50.
And just because
the world
Street Fighter V is on its way out right now doesn't mean that Street Fighter VI ain't gonna be somewhat similar.
Wanna see my kung fu?
Like, there's very little like footsies in Guilty Gear, but I guarantee you, like, a year into that game, footsies are going to emerge.
Fight!
Oh, that's bullshit.
Round 2. Fight! Final round. Fight! You win! Round one. Fight!
Fuck!
This way! That will work.
Oh, come on.
Don't hold it grip.
Round two. Fight! Final round. Fight!
Keep cooking! Yeah? That will work. Obvious. That will work.
God damn it.
That will work. What the?
God, why am I getting dragon punched, dude?
What the? I won't let up on you.
I keep getting like random dragon punches out of nowhere.
You lose.
Like, that is not what I want to do. I think I'm gonna go till 10:30.
Round one.
I got a phone
Fight.
call to take. That shit.
Round two. Fight! You win.
You say you don't know how good you are. You beating Super Diamond people in Battle Lounge with. I mean, take that with a grain of salt. Like, a lot of cases, like people join the battle, the people really don't go hard for Battle Lounge. You feel me? Like, Like, it's important to play ranked because people want these damn points. Nobody wants to just lose points. So you're playing people at their best battle lounge, it can go either way. Now, if you want to test how good you are,
Whenever you're ready.
this is where you test how good you are to learn where you need to go, how to get better, and all of that. But again, if you don't like the game, man, that's cool though. Like, I don't like this damn game. Like, when Sakura first came out, I'm like, what have y'all done to my baby? Oh no. But after playing it for so long, I realized it's not about enjoying it, it's about becoming a better fighter. So if I got to endure the bullshit, I'm going to endure it. And
Is using their main character.
And it definitely panned out for me. Like, by me putting fun to the side and not caring about having fun, like, it's more about development and becoming better, I seen a lot of progression. Like, that's the difference between amateurs and pros. You feel me? Pros don't really have to have fun playing the games in order to be good.
Round one. Fight. Round two. Fight.
Shit.
Final round. Fight. You win.
You are close to a rank up.
Round one. Fight.
Why are you teabagging, boy?
Round 2. Fight.
Ah, with my ultra. That's why you shouldn't teabag. Shouldn't have been talking shit.
You win.
You're close to a rank up.
Oh, I remember Wolf Chrome. Oh, well, I mean, when you look at Wolf Chrome, he was the Laura of his time. Laura, I mean, what was her name? The chick with the boots and that can jump. Like, she was fucking cheap. I don't think Wolf Chrome was as good as people remember him to be. You feel me?
I'm ready to start. Whenever you're ready.
But hey, man, that's good shit though. You've been playing it for a while, man. You might as well like what are you playing like right now? Like I know you don't like Street Fighter 5, but what are you playing? Are you playing any games at all? Oh shit.
One more time to rank up.
Round 1. Fight. Round 2. Fight.
Oh my god.
Final round. Fight.
weak motherfucker, man.
You lose. Round one. Fight!
Hadouken! Smash and pow! What the? Yeah, ta, yeah. Sorry, Sakura! Hey, hey! Sorry, sorry! That will work! Ship!
Round two. Fight!
That will work!
Ah, I was ready for two. Shit.
Final round. Fight! Face God on. The power! You win!
This is going. This last. What it seems to.
You're close to a rank up.
What it seems to me, brother, is you just gotta find a game that you like playing. Oh, he quit? Or did I win too? Either way, that's it for me. But yeah, fam, I think what's important for you is to figure out a game that you want to play. Like, you sound like you good. Sound like you've been playing it for a while. Sounds like you got a lot of experience, but yet you haven't come to the nature of fighting games become boring. Like, that's just how these things go. You feel me? Like, when you play the same game for 1,000 hours, you won't, like, fighting games, you don't see everything within 1,000 hours, but everything that's exciting, that's amazingly fun about the game, you've seen it in 1,000 hours, you've seen it a ton of times. So it no longer becomes about that. It becomes, how good do you want to be? Do you want to be competitive? Like, I would go out to, before the pandemic hit, where I was going out to actual tournaments before the streaming and all that stuff, and I got in, like, I think I came in 5th place on a 50+ man tournament or something like that. I was playing tournaments back to back to back to back. I didn't win anything, but I was always in, like, the top 10. And that was before I learned footsies and before I gotten a lot better just by understanding what Street Fighter V have to offer. But at the end of the day, man, like, you sound like you're good enough to be a professional player based on your experience and all the games that you play in. Sounds like you're competing at a high degree. But you have to get over that hurdle of, okay, I should have fun. I should be enjoying my game. It's not what competitive gaming is the future. This is competitive gaming. Like, the kid that won Fortnite won more money than Tiger Woods won by winning the Masters. Like, this is the future of competition. Like, I've been telling all of these streams, like, I'm playing this because I want to be an Olympian. And I say that because Street Fighter was at the Olympics this year. It wasn't in the Olympics, but it was, like, on the outside. Like, it was the pre-Olympics game that was sponsored by Intel. You feel me? Like, fighting games, gaming in general is the next level. Like, that's the next competition. And you got a good leg up. You got a good head start with all your experience. But you have to get over, like, you think LeBron wants to play basketball every day? Every single day? Practicing, weightlifting, every damn day. So much so that he's become a master and the world-renowned greatest in the game. But the thing is, the desire, the goal, is worth more than the fun. And I think the fun comes a little later too. When you get up there with the top players who can compete with you, that actually find a lot of the fun in it too. Like, I would have a lot of fun just running sets with Yipes. Even if he's smashing me all day, nigga, it doesn't matter. I would have just a lot of fun drinking, playing games with Yipes. The last fighter I played myself in was Street Fighter 4. I fought Daigo one time when he was loaning Evil Ryu, and he fought. Yeah, Daigo does that, fam. Have you been watching some of Daigo's videos? Like, he just updated the combo for Gao in the corner. Now he can do, like, maximum 608 damage. But Street Fighter 4 was fun. And I feel you. Like, what Street Fighter 4 was is they took what Guilty Gear was and polished it for Street Fighter. And it was difficult. Like, I'd never mastered the FADC combo the entire way. But that shit was fun. Like, you can create so much more than what you can create in Street Fighter 5. But that's it all just boils down to, you gotta find the game that you want to apply yourself to, or you force your way through that shit and apply yourself. Like, that's what I'm doing with Street Fighter 5 here. I don't like Street Fighter 5 that much, but I forced myself to like it. And now, I mean, even the boring matches where V-Trigger crushes me, it doesn't frustrate me to the degree that most people get frustrated. It's actually kind of fun and frustrating at the same time, but I can endure, and I put myself on a schedule. I'm trying to do, like, at least 2 hours to 3 hours a day. And then I do all the training, the combos and all that. All of this is going to be useful in the future. Gaming, competitive fighting, like, competitive shooting is the big money. That's what the future is right now. But as far as like fighters are going to have its time. So you should be training to be ready for that moment when fighters do have its time. It may not be for a good fight. It might not be for a good game, but it's going to have its time regardless, and we should be able to share in it. Like, because I've only played Sakura and I'm just now getting like good with the footsies and the expanded, like if I were to go back to Street Fighter 4, I think I could pick up FADC now, but I was the max that I could probably get back in Street Fighter 4 days was Super Gold. And that's because I just didn't have a broad understanding of fighting games in general. Just by forcing myself to get a broad understanding, that shit has helped me so much. You gotta force your way through the shit, fam. It's gonna be bullshit, it's gonna be struggle, you're not gonna like it. But when you get on the other side of it, when you get past the point that, okay, I have to have fun to play games, and you become competitive, then like you'll find your fun going to the tournaments. You'll find your fun competing against the best. You'll find your fun there. It's not so much online on a daily basis. It becomes a job. But I'd rather have this as a job than working at Amazon. Real talk. But hey, bro, I'll probably be back tomorrow or something. You be easy. Get some training in if you want. Try to find a game that you want to play. If not find a game, then force your way to train, man. Like, you sound like you're good, but everybody has holes in their gameplay, and you gotta find yours and elevate. You be easy, bruh. You be easy.